What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to show you guys how I went from two t-shirts and I transformed it into a dress. Now I know this is like a trend going on right now, how people are buying like clothes that are too big for them. Like sometimes they might buy a 4X or something like that. My lash just popped off. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I know this is like a trend going on where people are buying clothes that are like 4Xs, 3Xs, what have you, and transforming them into just two pieces. So I haven't seen anyone like transform them into like a dress or something like that. Most of the time it's like a matching set, which is nothing wrong with that. So I used a large and an extra large because just in case somebody else wanted a shirt and they're bigger than me, I wanted them to have a chance of, grabbing the size that they needed. I didn't need that much fabric because I'm not that big. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll stop rambling now and let's go. Okay, so here are the shirts. I got these shirts from Meyer. And like I said, I got two of them, and I got them Show Me the Monet because I am such a sucker for art. I love art and I love puns. So two birds with one stone. So I got both of these shirts. They were both $20. And like I said, I think I said in the previous clip, I got a large and an extra large because I didn't need that much fabric. So kind of keeping it simple. So I'm going to seam rip them. And the best part about YouTube is that you go boop, bah. And look, the shirt is taken apart. So I was actually thinking about taking apart both of them, but I wanted like a dress with a slit in it, which in the end product I actually did not do. But I did take apart one of the shirts because I will need one of them to have more fabric in it. That way I can make the skirt part. So I had to take apart like all the sleeves, and I had to take the front and the back apart. Sorry about that. My phone is not on ringer. So yeah, I think I took apart the extra large, or is that the large? I don't know. All that matters is that I took one of them apart. So okay, so what you see here now is it is the front of the shirt and then the back of the shirt that I took apart. So the shirt that I have on is the shirt that I didn't touch, so I kept the sleeves and everything. So those two parts that you see like down like by my hips are the two sides of the shirt, and what I did is that I turned them horizontally. That way I had a little bit more surface area, so that's why you see that slit in the front, because I thought I was going to do a slit. And then as you can see, it's just really just a rough pin to see like where it's going to land, if I wanted to take it up or not. Now looking back at it, I probably should have took it up a little because the seam is just in such an awkward place that makes it really hard to hide. And you're going to see that soon too. So what I ended up doing, as you can see, this is like a really bad angle. This is like off my actual camera. And as you can see, it's really bad. So what I'm doing is I'm just pinning them like completely, because now I'm going to sew it together. Since now I have like a general idea of what I want it to look like, I'm just pinning it to make sure it doesn't move. That way I put it in the sewing machine and nothing like comes apart. And as you can see, I'm pinning like seam to seam. So I already, on the shirt that was taken apart, I already sewed that piece together to make one horizontal piece. And so I ended up pinning both of them together. So I'm pinning that. I'm going to call it the fake shirt because keep saying the shirt that was taken apart is taking a lot out of me. So I'm going to say the fake shirt. So what I did is just put that seam next to the other seam that is coming together or whatever, and just pin it all the way around until like I get to the edge to where I wanted that slit to be. And then all I'm doing is I'm just sewing that together to keep it nice and straight and nice together. That way it doesn't come apart as I'm trying to, tailor it to my size, because I know that I'm going to have to do some manufacturing, as I like to call it, to this shirt that's going on here. But yeah, just sew it and keep sewing and keep sewing and keep sewing. Sorry about the angle. I don't have the right lens for it, but I wanted to use my camera. So here it is. This is what it looks like now. So as you can see, it did land in a really, really awkward spot, which I did not like. I was not a fan of it. But I kept going because I thought maybe it would be okay. And then the slit actually ended up in the wrong spot. So that's why I upload these videos. That way, if you guys do it, you guys don't make the same mistake. So now what I'm doing now is kind of just cinching in the shirt at my waist because it's way too baggy for my liking. And it's probably because, like, yes, it's a large. I'm wearing a large and I'm clearly a small. So what I'm doing is I usually take the fabric and fold it over, and then I clip it to make sure that that's like the shape that I really want, or if I want it tighter or looser. And also don't pin it. I would not pin it because you can stab yourself. So next I grabbed a tape measure. So what I'm doing is I'm going to undo that. Since I liked how tight that was, I'm going to measure and see how much I actually need to take out. And if I remember correctly, it was 2 inches. So I just took off 2 inches on both sides, and hopefully that'll give me like the waist shape that I needed. So as you can see in this clip, hold on, it's taking me a minute. I'm trying to adjust the camera. What I ended up doing, and you're going to see it in a second, as soon as I can figure out like where I went, because I remember like to get this shot, I was like literally standing on the table. Like my camera was like all the way to the ceiling, and it still wasn't like a large enough angle. So I just had to make do with what I got. I'm a beginner. Don't come for me. So what I'm doing now is just measuring. Is it 2? Yeah. So I measured 2 inches in from where that corner is. So where "Show me the Monet," where the actual words lined up, actually lined up with my waist really nicely. So I'll just dot, just kind of like on both sides, 2 inches away from that. That way I kind of have a general idea of like where I'm going to, like where I want it to be. So to cut this, I have to cut it in like a semicircle. So as you're going to see in a few minutes, because this was chaotic over here. I have to make a semicircle that is like perfect, which is absolutely impossible for me. So I'm trying to dot it, I'm trying to draw it, and it just, it took a minute, but yeah, let's just keep watching. Yeah, remember how I said chaotic? It took me 3 tries to even find something that resembled a semicircle. So what I'm doing now is I'm just sewing those 2 pieces together. I sewed them very loosely because I thought this was going to take me more than 1 try. But it actually took me 1 try, and I was like so proud of myself because that's the first time I've actually ever done it without messing up like really bad. So that's what it looks like. And what I'm going to do now, as like my fingers are pointing out, I'm going to finally just sew those sides together. I'm actually going to cut it a little because it was still a little too baggy. And just like an FYI, does this jumpsuit look like I'm a parachuter? Like I'm about to jump out of a plane? Because that's what everyone kept telling me. And now like I see it and I can't unsee it. But anyway, so I just cut it to a straight line. If you want to know like exactly where it was kind of like to line it up with like where the end of my waistline was, and just kind of cut straight down instead of having like all this excess fabric that I didn't need. here it is. So as you can see, it is fitted way more now, but the only problem was that seam, like around the hips, and it was bothering me so much. And as you can see, it was really bad because I just zoomed in on it. That's how bad it was. But anyway, to really just cover that up for the time being, I ended up just putting on like my little Michael Kors like chain belt, and now that it's like that, you can't even see it. And there you go. And there you have it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching that. Hopefully that was detailed enough. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm going to put all my socials somewhere. So if you want, sorry about like all the noise. Everyone is like mowing their lawns. Yeah. Anyways, so I'll leave my socials somewhere. Feel free to follow me on social media. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you have any requests, leave them down in the comment box below, and I'll get right to that. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want more of these. Make sure you leave a like if you like content like this, and I'll make more of it, promise you. I also made another dress, but this was like a dress from scratch that I made. Just from fabric, and I'll post like a little video of it somewhere. So if you want me to do a tutorial on that too, go ahead and let me know. And yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.